Alright, going into the second room. So I saw this room, I saw the spark needles. I'm like, okay, all we've got is a whole bunch of tracking towers. We have no medium range deviant that I could use against those Teslas. This room is going to suck. And then I looked and I'm like, wait a minute. That's a bunch of harrowing Vedmaks. So the one that I thought it was I thought there were a lot more damaviks in here, and damaviks actually take me a while to kill. There are three starving damaviks, and I'm not a fan of those. Cap was a little bit of an issue on this one, because to be fair, the starving damaviks drain a lot of cap. I actually care more about the cap that they drain than I generally do the cap that the starving Vedmaks drain. Don't get me wrong, it's all terrible cap to lose. But the damaviks drain it more often, which means that, that little bit that you'd normally regain and be able to hit your shield booster, you're not going to get that with damaviks. I definitely dropped a cargo container with some cap boosters, because if you look at my cargo there, it's a little bit low. Then I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't really need those just now. I've already killed the damaviks, so those three cap boosters I have left, they're good because I'm not running out of cap. This is a cap stable fit. However, I still definitely want those for the next room, just in case something like angels or something shows up. It's going to be important to have. So after the tangling and starving damaviks are dead, we're going for the harrowing. Once we're down to a harrowing, I'm a little more willing to play with those tracking towers and the blue clouds. Because I should be able to tank a single Vedmak. Not all of the Vedmaks. If you look at Lootsville there, he's definitely taking a couple hits to his shield. I was really glad when number 2 died there, because that meant that they're losing 30% of their DPS. So yeah, then we start shooting into 3, and it looks like they've switched a little bit of targets possibly. Phalanx seems to be taking a hit or two, and that means they've reset their damage, and it's not much of a concern. If you look, it feels like we're getting closer towards the end of this. There's still a bit to kill, but it's not too bad. The Teslas aren't much, so we really have one Vedmak and 2 damaviks, and then a few little easy frigates. And we still have about half of our time. So we're doing well on time. We're going to head to that cache and grab that, because this Vedmak's going to be dead on the way. And yeah, so it's going to be a good spot. We still have 10 minutes left on our boosters. So they'll last the whole run, which we won't be taking that long. If we took 10 minutes on the next room, I'd be very scared. It probably could happen with a very, very, very bad set of circumstances. Again, not a tremendous amount of loot. This is definitely nowhere compared to the last 2 runs I've done. But I generally don't see less than like 250 million, which is still 200 million profit. Which of course is fantastic. Not counting boosters. That's not counting my boosters, but boosters spread out over the runs. Let's see. Pyro, 15, probably about 50 million. So add like probably about 80 million per site in boosters and filaments. And there's that one.